Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are, depending on when I'll be uploading this video. Please, if this is your first time visiting my channel, please do well to subscribe and click on the notification bell so that you get you know when each time I upload video, you won't be left behind. Today we are going to talk about what causes marriage failure. That is another thing, the major problem facing this generation. Divorce, and a lot of things. Marriages are crashing every day. People are walking out of marriage. People are walking in and walking out of marriage on daily basis. We have to solve this problem. It's not really this is getting out of hand. It's no longer a joke. Today we are going to talk about what causes marriage failure so that we will know how to handle our marriage for those who are yet to walk into marriage, and they will know how to do and what to do to avoid divorce or marriage crash. And for those who are in marriage already, you have to know the causes of marriage crash so that you avoid them in order to escape a marriage crash. First of all, I want to define marriage. Before you marry, you have to know the meaning of marriage. You have to know the meaning of what you are walking into. A lot of people believe that marriage is when you go and find a girl or a boy somewhere or whatever. You meet together, you do wedding, and that is all. No. First of all, marriage is a legally recognized relationship between two persons. Illegally, that is, your family must recognize, your community must recognize you and your partner. Your church, your tradition must recognize the both of you as legally married partners. Now, according to experts, marrying too early to satisfy sexual urge, to show appreciation, to douse pressure from parents, to feel among, especially when there is feeling of being left behind by contemporaries, among others, are the common reason why people marry. These are the reason why people marry. These things I listed now. These are the things that chase people into marriage, but far from it. If you are a young lady, if you are a young man and you want to marry because of these reasons I listed above, you are making a mistake. You have to rethink. You have to have a rethink. Step back, sit down, and think about it before you go into marriage. Now, first come love. When it comes to marriage, first come love, and that is when you are dating, and then comes marriage. Then comes crushing realization that happily ever after takes a lot of hard work. You can't just marry, sit down like that without doing anything, without putting on hard work to make sure your marriage stay, and you expect it to last. No, you have to put in hard work. So, listen now, I'm going to list the common reasons why marriage crash. The kind of mindset you go into marriage with are what causes the marriage crash. Now listen, as I mentioned them, believing that marriage is a cure-all. When you believe that when you are married, your financial is settled, you are settled financially. You believe that once you are married, your sexual urge is settled. I know as a married couple, you ought to have sexual relationship, sexual intercourse, but no, and that is not main reason why for marriage. That is not main reason why God created marriage. You understand? You have to know this, that satisfying sexual urge is not the main reason or the main purpose for marriage. There are more to it. So you don't believe that marrying is a cure to all your problems. Undiscussed debt. This is number 2. Undiscussed debt. Undiscussed debt. You have to discuss this thing. Sit down and discuss how you are going to run things. Maybe on your wedding day, the expenses, everything. You have to discuss about it. You have to come out with a plan. You have to, come out. You have to have one mindset. You can't just run into debt like that without the knowledge of your partner. You can't just be putting your partner in debt up and down. Number 3 is not speaking up. Not speaking up. A lot of things are happening in families today in different homes. When one partner is carrying the whole burden alone and they are not speaking up, they feel like, I don't want to speak up, I want to do it on my own. And when the thing overwhelms you, and maybe one day you complain, your partner will tell you, but you never told me. I never knew that I would have helped. You see, you have to speak up. The areas that you're not satisfied, the area you feel that the burden is too much and you speak up, speak to your partner. That is why he or she is your partner. Speak to them about it and come up with solutions. Number 4 is trouble with in-laws. Especially in African homes. This is very, very, very certain. When you are marrying, a lot of people are scared, especially women. They are scared about the family they are going into. Because this is very, very common in Africa, where you are not sure if your mother-in-law, especially mother-in-law, sister-in-laws, you are not sure if they are going to like you. You are not sure if they are going to accept you. And a lot of men too, when they marry, they want you to mingle with their families, especially their parents, their mother and their sister. They want you to have that kind of cordial relationship. And when your husband is somebody who always wants you to respect his mom, I know respecting your mother-in-law is very, very important, but some mother-in-laws take advantage of that. They control their son, all this mommy's boy. They control their son, and they allow their mothers or their sisters to run the affairs of their homes, which is very, very bad. When you are married, you have to live with your mother and stay with your wife, click with your wife. You have to love your mother and also love your wife, but you have to love your wife most. Don't allow your mother to run your homes for you, men. Don't allow your mothers to run your homes for you. Don't allow any member of your family to run your homes for you. You are in charge of your family. You are in charge of your home. So be the man. Not every little thing you run to your mother, and your mother will be the one to tell you what to do. It's good to seek advice from your home, but as a man, as partners, as couples, you must learn to resolve your issues in between yourself without letting the third party know about it, unless when it escalates beyond your powers. Number 5 is different life plans and divorce. Different life plans, we come from a different background, from different family, with different orientation, and you don't expect us to do things indifferently. A lot of people have different life plans before going into marriage, and unfortunately when they go into marriage, they can't fulfill their plans. It's very important to talk to your partners about it. Before you go into marriage, you have to talk about it. Speak to them about your plans. You have to rub minds, and speak in one voice, so that when you get into marriage, it won't be a surprise to you, or you feel like he doesn't care about me, all is about himself. And you have to talk to your partners about it, about your life plan, how you tend to live your life, how many kids you tend to have, and how you tend to run your financial life and all that. Then number 6 is religious differences. Wow, this one concerns Africa very, very well. This particular one is very, very deep in Africa. When you come from a very religious family and you marry someone that is not related to your own religion, or someone from a different religion. I think this is going to be a very big issue, because you'll be having different holidays and different occasions. For instance, you are a Christian, and you are married to a Muslim. The religion, you will not really have time to go out together. For instance, let's say the vacation. Normally, if a Christian marries a Christian, the vacation is the same. You are a Christian, I'm a Christian. On Easter, we know that it's a holiday, so we are all going to vacation. But if a Christian marries a Muslim, and this one is going to a mosque, this one is going to church, the vacation will not really be that good, because on Easter, Christians take vacation, they take break. Maybe that time the husband wants the family to travel, and maybe that time the Muslims, they have some things to do, or they have their own, religious differences. In marriage, this one will say, my pastor, maybe when it is time to meet with your husband, and you say, my pastor said we are fasting. My pastor said we are fasting. And this one, why this one is a Roman Catholic, there's nothing like that. Or this one will say, we have a program, everyday night vigil, everyday church service, leaving the other partner behind. This is really, really bad. Number 7, not staying connected. Every time you are busy, from work to the kids and to other social commitments. You don't really care about your partner. You don't want to care about how they are doing emotionally, how they are doing physically, how they are doing, You don't want to care all about the kids, my job, my kids. Sometimes you don't even care about the kids and other social commitments. These are the real cause of marriage crash. Lack of investment is very, very important. You have to have future, you have to have vision before you go into marriage. Discuss with your partner. There is life after that wedding, after that few hours celebration. There is life. That is where the real marriage begins. And the other one is unforgiveness. Unforgiveness is very, very important in marriage, because in marriage nobody is perfect. You are going to make mistakes. Your partners are going to get into your nerves, so you must be ready to forgive. You must be ready. You must be fully ready to forgive. The next one is not showing up for your spouse. Always busy and occupied. You don't show up during their celebratory time, their birthdays and others. You don't show up. And the other one is forgetting the friendship. Marriage, when you marry, it's just like you're still dating. Just live your marriage life like you are still dating. There's a difference between when you are dating and when you are married. For example, when you are dating, there are some things that you don't do so as not to provoke your boyfriend or your girlfriend. You always want them to see the best of you. You keep everywhere clean. You do things like you want to be the most perfect person on earth. When you are married, continue doing it like that, because marriage is a lifelong relationship. You don't stop. You don't graduate at all. You can never graduate from marriage. You keep on going. So continue doing things that will fuel that love and friendship. The last one, but not the least, unspoken expectations. People have a lot of expectations when they go into marriage. And when they don't meet up with that expectations, they become angry. They are not satisfied. They are not happy because their expectations are not met. You have to speak to your partner about it. Let your partner know. Do not leave them behind. Next one, we are going to talk about how to preserve your marriage, how to keep your marriage, what the things that you need to do to fuel the love in your marriage, to make your marriage last longer. Please stay connected. We'll be talking about it some other time. That is why you must click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so that whenever I post it, you get to know about it. Please subscribe, like and comment, share. Thank you and God bless you.